back to my videos, guys. So today I'm making another video on inbuilt string methods in Java. So guys, in one of my previous videos I talked about methods, and the methods that we create are called user-defined methods. But Java also has inbuilt methods that we can use when we need. So in today's video, I'll be telling you guys about 5 of the most commonly used inbuilt string methods in Java. So let's head on. So let's open up IntelliJ, and first of all, let's create a class. So let's create a new class, and let's call it str methods for string methods. So the first thing we need inside our class is of string, because we're talking about string methods. And to store that string, we need a string type variable. So let's quickly create one. So let's make our main method first, and let's create a string type variable. So let's do string. Let's do like var1 or something like var equals, and then let's put in our string. So let's put in hi. So let's put in hi. My name is, let's do Kaju. There you go. And let's end it with a semicolon. So guys, let's start off with our first string method called length. So what the length string method does is basically it finds the length of a given string and returns an integer value. So to store that integer value, we need an integer type variable. So let's quickly create an integer type variable. So let's do an int L equals, and now let me show you how to call the length method. So to call the length method, we write our variable, so var dot, and then length. You write length and then parentheses and end it with a semicolon, and inside our variable is our string. So now let's print it out and let's find out the length of our string. So it shows, oh wait, so we have to print it out too. So we have to write the print line. So let's do that. And now let's see. So let's see what it prints out. It prints out 18. So let's count. So it should be 1, 2, 3. So remember guys, the spaces count, and the counting starts from 1 in the length method. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So yes, our method worked because there are 18 characters in our string. So it worked. It found out the length. So now let's move on to our second string method called char@. So let's quickly delete this. So what char@ does is basically it finds a specific character at a given position, and it returns a character value. To store that character value, we need a char type variable. So let's take away int, and let's add char. So guys, now let me show you how to call the char@ method. So to call it, we do variable dot char@ and then you put in parentheses, and inside the parentheses you give a specific position. So let's do like 7, or like let's do 2 to make it easier. And so now we already are going to print out L. So let's see. So let's see what is at 2. And guys, remember, since char@ is like an index, the positioning starts from 0. So if for some reason it didn't print out anything, and so let's check. So let's check what happened. So let's try like 7 or something this time. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, so as you guys can see, it prints out A. I think it was because 2 is space, because counting starts from 0, like 0, 1, 2. Yeah, that's why I printed out nothing, because it was a space. So I didn't notice it printed out space, because space is basically like just nothing. And so that's why I didn't notice it. So here, this time we have A, and you guys might be thinking like, wait, 7 is N, but remember guys, the positioning starts from 0, so it actually starts from 0. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So A is actually correct. So now let's move on to our third string method, which is compare to. So let's quickly delete this. And so guys, what compare to does is it compares 2 strings and returns a 0 if the strings are same, and returns a non-zero value if the strings are different. So that means it returns an integer value. But first of all, we need 2 strings. So let's do var1. Let's call this var1. And let's copy this paste this, and let's change this to var2. And let's keep these two the same right now. So now let me show you how to call the compare2 method. So to call the compare2 method, you write var1, your variable 1, dot, then you do, so to call the compare2 method, you do compare2. And then you put in parentheses. Inside parentheses, you write your variable 2 name. So my variable 2 name is var2. And then you end it with a semicolon. So right now, I forgot to change our type to int because it would return an integer value, as I told you guys. So right now, it should print out 0 because both of these strings are same. So let's run it. And as you guys can see, it prints out 0, so that means both of our strings are really same. But let's say I just like add like something at the end, like I just add like random letters at the end. Well, then like it would show like 4, and like if I add like a letter like right after hi, like, and then it would show like a non-zero value, like 68, as you guys can see. But what happens if I do one of them capital? Well, actually, if I do something, if I change one of them capital and one of them lowercase, actually the method counts them as 2 different strings. So if I run this, it would not print out 0. It would print out like -32, and everything is same except for the n is one is capital and one is not capital. But if you guys wanted to like ignore the capitalization, then you can use my 4th method, which is called compare2 and ignore case. You just add the word ignore case to the compare2 method. And so then if it will ignore any uppercase and lowercase letters. So let me just put this lowercase. So let's say I add like hi. So let's do 1 lowercase, 1 uppercase, and let's do the opposite one over here. So let's do h uppercase and I lowercase. So in this I is uppercase and in this h is uppercase. So let's see. You guys might think it would print out 0, and it does print out 0 because it ignores the uppercase and lowercase. So guys, now let's move on to our 5th and final string method for this video. So final one is actually my favorite one. So let's quickly delete this and delete this, and let's do like hi, like hi, I like ice cream, and my name is Kaju. Hi, like ice cream. My name is Kaju. So let's do that. So these are our 2 strings, and our 5th and final method is called concat. And what concat does is basically it adds together 2 strings. So that means that it returns a string. It returns its return value is a string. So that means we need a string type variable. So instead of int, we change this to string. And so let's also delete this right now. So now let me show you how to call the concat method. So to call the concat method, you do your variable 1. So mine is var1 dot concat, no uppercases. Then you put it in parentheses, and then you put your variable 2 name. So mine is var2, and then you end it with the semicolon. So I'm guessing it should print out, hi, I like ice cream. My name is Kaju. So let's see if that works. So as you guys can see, it prints out, hi, I like ice cream. My name is Kaju. I could like even add a comma right here, and it would like look like more like a sentence. And so you can't even tell like wait, I put my comma in the wrong spot. My comma should be after the ice cream. So you can't even tell these were 2 different strings. Like, it's cool. It can add 2 strings together. Like, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So guys, to remember, length method has an integer return type. Char method has a char return type. Compare2 method has an int return type. Compare2 ignore case method has an int return type too. And the concat method has a string return type. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, guys. If you guys want more of these videos, smash the like button, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye, guys.